Hello YouTube. Sorry I've not done a video for a while. I've been fairly busy and just recuperating from having a sore throat and chesty cough, which has been irritating me. But my friends have asked me to do a video about stimming, so I thought I would oblige and accept the request. So I have written my notes down, so I know that it's notes from the National Autistic Society and notes from Ambitious About Autism website. So as someone on the spectrum, I'm going to start it like this. Stimming is short for self-stimulatory behaviour. It means that the person or persons may do it to give them sensory input. There are many types of stimming, such as auditory, which means it could be listening to the same song or making the same sounds over and over, or tapping their fingers or snapping their fingers. There is tactile stimming, which is rubbing skin with their hands or with another object or scratching themselves. There is taste and smell, which means it could be the individual or child or adult sniffing objects or people, licking them, chewing on things to give them sensory input, or chewing on things that aren't edible. Some people with autism may have picker syndrome, which basically is a syndrome that means that they eat things that aren't edible. So that can always be a worry and should be looked after and advised. Yes, there's also verbal stimming, which can be echolalia, which is repeating the same sounds, words, phrases without regard for the meaning behind the words or the sentences that they're repeating. There's proprioception, which means the body's ability to feel where it is and what it is doing in space and in time. So this can include rocking, swinging, pacing, tiptoeing, spinning, all of which gives the body the sense of balance and its position. And other forms of stimming can be hair twirling, rubbing their eyes, rubbing their face, chewing on something to give them the sensory input that they are seeking. So stimming behaviour can also be known as repetitive stereotypical behaviour, which a lot of people think are obsessions, and it's not. Stimming is a way of calming our body down after having a flight or flight response. So we can be anxious, or we can be feeling sad, or we can be feeling happy. So we do these stimming behaviours to help our body fight off the threat of people being next to us or near us. And it can also be the fact that it's a way of keeping ourselves safe. So for me, I twirl my hair. If I get anxious or even if I'm happy, I twirl my hair like this because it makes me feel calm and I enjoy doing it. And a lot of people say, Gemma, why do you twirl your hair? And it's just a way of making myself feel safe, happy, and it makes me feel relaxed. So I stim by that way. I twirl my hair, and sometimes I may fiddle with my fingers. If I get a bit anxious, I do this. Fiddle with my fingers. That helps to relax me and get me back into the position where I'm safe. So stimming can be seen as several different things. As someone on the spectrum, you should never ever stop a child or adult stimming, because if you stop a child or adult stimming, then it can cause them to become overwhelmed and it can cause them to break down into a meltdown, which you don't really want if your child's out in public and you want them to be safe. So please do not stop your child from stimming unless it is a self-injurious stim, which can lead to them having an accident or hurting themselves. So you should always take care around self-injurious stims, which can be another form of stimming, which is head banging or banging themselves to hurt themselves, which can then lead to going to hospital or other things like that. So that needs to be looked after. But apart from that, stimming is a way of making us feel safe and relaxed and less anxious. And if you would like to know more about stimming and the reasons why people on the spectrum may do it, then you can feel free to comment on my YouTube video in the description box, or you can click to subscribe to my channel, or you can find me on Facebook under Amazing Autism. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!